It's tailgate season, and if you love grilling as much as I do, this time of the year is almost better than Christmas. Okay, I have to admit, I'm not the biggest sports fan, but I am a fan of sports food. And I've invited some of my favorite sports-loving coworkers over for a tailgate-themed cookout. On the menu, my grilled smoked chicken wings with fiery Nashville hot sauce, my gooey pepperoni pizza dip with garlicky pizza rolls, and of course, chips and homemade guac. But my version is charred on the grill and jam-packed with creamy avocado, cilantro, and lime.
I love this idea. Smoking guacamole.
Smoking guacamole.
New band name, I call it.
Now you gotta have some sweets on game day, and my M&M ice cream cookie sandwiches bring the house down every time. It's all coming up, so stick around. The real MVP of my tailgate party is my smoked chicken wings with a Nashville-style hot sauce. Kind of like a diehard sports fan, these wings are intense, in a good way. Bold smoke flavor and fiery heat.
Now to make sure they stay really nice and juicy on the grill, I'm gonna brine them because it helps them maintain that moisture on the grill. I'm just using equal parts salt and sugar for about 2 quarts of water here, so about a 1/4 cup of each. Set that aside. I do want to talk to you about chicken wings. When you're breaking down a wing, you can see exactly where the joints are, and then you kind of get used to it and it becomes second nature. I always just take off the tip. You can save this if you want for stock, but they don't really have any meat on them, so they're not really something you want to bother smoking. And you just cut right through it. It's super easy. Now, I invited some of my most competitive coworkers over today for this tailgate. I'm very excited to see them. I have Bridget coming over. She loves college sports. I also have Erica coming over. She went to Kennesaw State and ran track and field there. I also have my coworker Dan coming over. He went to Richmond. I don't think he played any sports, but I know from firsthand knowledge that he's very competitive. And then I also have Joe Gitter coming over. So Joe's one of my good friends. He is a huge soccer fan. He's from England, but they'll be a really fun crew. All right, these are looking great. So I'm gonna cover them with plastic. I'm gonna pop them in the fridge for anywhere between 1 and 3 hours. And then it's time to get smoking.
Brining the chicken wings before we smoke them on the grill will keep them moist and tender. Now when you brine protein, the salt and sugar are drawn into the meat. This changes the protein structure, allowing the wings to hold onto water and stay juicy and tender during cooking. This is important because it allows the wings to stay on the grill long enough to pick up lots of smoky flavor without drying out.
One of my not so hot takes, I think, is that smoked wings are better than fried wings. With smoked wings, you get that added flavor of the grill. Plus, if you do it well, you get really, really juicy wings with a nice rendered skin. Now, in order to get them nice and smoky, I of course have to smoke them. So I'm starting with some wood chips. I've soaked 2 cups of wood chips for about 15 minutes. I'm just gonna drain this off. Don't need to be uber precious about it.
Soaking your wood chips allows them to smoke longer. Our chicken wings are gonna stay on the grill for 45 minutes, so soaking the chips is definitely worth it here. It gives us plenty of good smoke throughout our long cook time.
I cut 2 2-inch slits in the top. Again, that's just about getting enough airflow in there that you're actually getting smoke flavor and that these wood chips can do their job. And now onto the wings. Today I'm making some that are gonna be coated in a Nashville-style hot sauce. They're gonna be plenty saucy and plenty spicy, but I do wanna give them a nice base of flavor. I have a couple teaspoons of paprika, a little bit of chili powder. I'm gonna add a little oregano, and I'm gonna add some black pepper. And then I'm gonna do a little garlic powder. And then, of course, a little cayenne. It's gonna be a lot more cayenne showing up later, but just a little bit to give the wings themselves a little heat. And then I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of sugar. So this is not gonna make the wings sweet. I'm not after sweet wings here. It's much more about helping the wings char on the grill. So these are those same wings I brined earlier. I drained off all the brine, but I do wanna give them an extra pat dry.
Water works against you on the grill because it prevents meat from browning, and browning equals flavor. So it's important to take a moment to get these wings nice and dry.
And then I'm gonna sprinkle them all over with this spice mixture. I don't want these to be boring or mild, like they're gonna have a lot going on. The wings are looking great. Coal's not quite there, but close. I'm gonna rinse off my hands and then get to smoking. All right, these coals are looking great. So I'm gonna put them to the side for just a second. So I'm gonna put the wood chip packet down first. This is actually about the second phase of cooking. So I'm gonna set up a half grill fire here. So there's gonna be a hot side and a cold side. I'm gonna start the wings on the cool side of the grill and move them to the hot side. If the wood chip packet was on the top, it actually gets in the way when I'm trying to sear them. So the wood chip packet's going down first. It's still gonna get plenty of smoke flavor throughout the grill, but it won't get in the way when I go to sear. Now I'm gonna pour these coals right over the wood chip packet. They will still light those chips and get them smoldering. I put these grill grates on top.
Now, there's some strategy to how I put my wings on the grill. The drumettes take a little longer to cook, so I position them on the cool side closest to the coals. Then the flats go on the other side of the drumettes further from the heat. Make sure to place everything fatty side up for good rendering.
So I'm gonna cover these and I'm gonna let them smoke for about 40 minutes. At that point, the wings should register a little over 180 degrees. They should be really nice and juicy. They're gonna hang on to that after that brine. And then the fat will render, so the skin will start to get nice and crispy. I'll go in and I'll flip them once halfway through, so probably somewhere around 20 minutes, I'll go and I'll just flip them all over. And while that goes, I do want to get started on some pizza dip. Pizza dip is very fun. It's essentially pizza in dip form plus garlic rolls. So I have some pizza dough here. It's about a pound, just store-bought pizza dough, nothing super fancy. And I'm cutting this into about 32 little pieces. But the goal here is to just get these relatively even because I'm gonna roll them all into little balls so they don't have to be perfect, but I just kind of want to give myself a starting point to roll from. So I have 32 pieces. I'm just gonna roll them into little balls. But you essentially just bunch the dough up under itself and then use your hand or your fingertips to kind of do a little like rolling motion, and then you get that nice little ball shape.
So while I get these balls ready, let me tell you a little bit about Bridget. Bridget's one of the hosts of Cook's Country, one of the TV shows I work on, and we both grew up in the South and found ourselves in New England for work. So she's been a really lovely mentor and kindred spirit for me. She has a really thoughtful way of approaching food, and she's also one of the funniest people I know. So I'm excited she's joining my tailgate party today.
Last little dough ball. I am gonna arrange these in the skillet, and I'm gonna do them in a nice little border. So I'm gonna have the rolls on the outside so you get these garlicky rolls surrounding a cheesy pizza dip. In order to make sure they don't stick to each other, I am gonna give them a little dunk in olive oil before I put them in here. And then if you wanna get precise about it, you can do 18 around and then another 14 inside. But honestly, the biggest thing you're going for is just make sure you have them pretty evenly around the skillet. You kind of end up getting about 2 layers in there. Now, these are gonna grow a little bit. They're a pizza dough, which means they have yeast in them. So I'm gonna let them rise until they're just a little puffy. That's gonna end up making the final rolls nice and airy. So it shouldn't take that long, just about 20 minutes. And that gives me plenty of time to preheat my gas grill. So I'm just gonna hit all burners up to high and let it roll for about 15 minutes. And that will make sure everything is nice and hot.
Love what you're watching? Take your cooking to the next level with our Essential membership. Get instant access to thousands of recipes, tips, techniques, product reviews, and step-by-step videos. Our members app allows you to search by ingredient, set dietary preferences, and save your favorite recipes. For those looking to level up, our newest feature, ATK Classes, offers more in-depth instruction led by ATK experts so you can gain greater confidence in the kitchen. Start your free trial by visiting the App Store or going to americastestkitchen.com/YouTube today.
So regular guac is great, but charred guac is even better. Grilling avocados makes them extra creamy, but today I'm not just grilling the avocados. I'm also gonna char the aromatics. It's like a next level guac.
Hi, Morgan. Thanks for the help.
How are you?
I brought refreshments.
Thank you.
Oh, you get a beer hug.
Oh, thank you. That's the best kind of hug. I accept.
There we go.
I appreciate that. Here, let's see. I've got some koozies for us.
Wrong colors. No blue and maize, please.
Okay.
Anything red, scarlet, gray,
What about
white?
blue and white?
White, blue, perfect. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
I've got a couple of beers here for you. Would you like one? You look thirsty.
Yeah, I definitely would take one.
All right. I'll beer you.
Thank you. Beer me.
I'll go with the Pilsner here.
I have something for you. So I know you know sports, and I know grilling, and I was thinking how fun would it be to have sports teams tied to grilling. So I made you captain of the charcoal snakes.
Captain?
You're captain.
First time in my life.
No, believe me.
These are the appropriate colors, I just want to say.
Well,
So,
that's great
well done.
because I am captain of the oiled grates.
These are great.
Yeah, I'm very proud of my team here. I'm representing the oil greats well, and I feel like you will do the charcoal snakes justice as the team leader.
Definitely. We're going to suit up later?
Yeah, we'll suit up later, but we've got a little more cooking to do.
All right.
All right.
What can I help with?
Okay, well, so I'm just about to char some guacamole. Actually, would you mind cutting up some avocados for me?
Sure thing.
I love this recipe because we're gonna actually grill the avocados.
I love this idea. Smoking guacamole.
Smoking guacamole. I know, we can name that. We can start naming all our team stuff.
New band name, I call it.
So I'm gonna char this. I'm gonna actually close it and just let it roll. It'll take about 5 minutes, but the avocados are actually gonna go a little less time. Avocados have this sort of lovely arc where when you first grill them, they get this really nice charred flavor and the avocados get a little more creamy. But if you let them go too long, they start to get bitter. So
Don't want that.
only about 3 minutes on those. But I can catch you up on what we've been doing.
All right.
But I've got some pizza dip. This is gonna be the makings of a pizza dip with homemade garlic butter rolls that are gonna be around it. So
Gorgeous.
And then behind you, we have some wings that are smoking. And with those, I'm doing a Nashville style hot sauce.
Oh, yeah.
And then I made us some ice cream sandwiches for dessert.
Oh, my gosh. I'm never leaving.
Okay, let's check on these. Give them a little turn.
Just a wee bit of color there.
Just a wee bit of color. Yeah, and again, I'm not trying to actually cook anything, really just get some char, get some nice grilled flavor. So these avocados are just gonna go a couple minutes. Could I put you on wing duty?
Love to be on wing. I'm your wingman.
You're my wingman, I love it. Okay, so all you have to do is flip the wings.
Okay.
So they've been smoking for about 20 minutes.
Ooh.
You're just gonna flip them over.
Gorgeous.
And yeah, hopefully they're smelling nice and smoky.
Super smoky, gorgeous.
Yep. And then after this, they just get another 20 minutes, and then we work on that sauce, that Nashville style hot sauce. But until then,
This is going to be so good with that hot sauce.
yeah, it is. Now, while you are doing that, I'm gonna check on these avocados. They cannot go too long. Oh yeah, that is looking perfect. It is nicely charred.
Ooh.
It is not gonna be fully cooked through. It's just getting that flavor. So I'm gonna pull these off. Gosh, I can't tell what I'm smelling, but it smells great. I'm like, is it the wings? Is it this grill? Is it the avocado? All my aromatics, nice and charred. Now I need to bake my rolls.
Okay.
So I'm gonna actually do that on the grill, and I'm gonna take them and brush them with garlic butter when we get ready to serve. So it's like a garlic knot in your pizza dip.
So good.
They've grown a little bit, they've puffed, they're looking really nice, and that's gonna make for nice airy dough.
Excellent.
So I'm gonna turn off a couple of these burners. So I have a hot side and a cool side. And I'm just gonna throw this on the cool side of the grill. I'm gonna aim for my grill to sort of be like an oven.
Right.
So I'm looking for anywhere between 425 and 475 degrees. So I can adjust the burners as I need in order to get there. It'll probably take about 20 minutes. They're just gonna get a little golden. They're not gonna be totally cooked now because I wanna add the pizza dip in there partway through cooking.
Yeah, because they're just rolls.
Yeah, exactly. All right, can I put you on veg chopping duty?
Whatever you need.
I'm gonna work with you here. I'm gonna add some lime zest in here too. I love grilling citrus. It's one of my favorite things to grill, but I purposefully did not grill the citrus here. I really want that fresh flavor, and when you grill it, it gets out a little bit more juice, but it changes the flavor.
It almost caramelizes.
Yeah, exactly. So here I really want fresh lime flavor. And then peel off the skin.
All right.
You just mince that, but you don't have to be super precious about it. You're just trying to get most of it off.
All right.
It can just be a little more like papery and leathery in the final guac, so
Right.
it's just to avoid any of that. Do you have any good tailgating stories from your past?
Well, my favorite kind of tailgates are super cold tailgates. I know that sounds like
No.
it's an odd thing, but if it's snowing outside and everybody's in their parkas and they're just waiting to go into the game, but you've got ice cold beer and hot chili and things like that, it's just a very different experience. There's something almost like you shouldn't be here when it's super cold out, but you're doing it anyway.
Can I also have you mince some cilantro for me?
Yeah, whatever you need.
Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
looking for just a couple tablespoons. So I'm adding in these bigger chunks of avocados. So I'm just gonna lightly fold it in at this point. And this is just gonna give me maximum control. So I know that I get this nice mix of textures. I get the creamy and I get the chunky.
Very smart.
So this is looking good.
This is way past good.
Actually, we should try it before I cover it. See if it needs any salt or lime.
That tastes great.
I know, I don't think it needs anything.
A little char in there.
I know, you get a little bit of smokiness. Like it's not
Yeah.
smoked, but I feel like you get a little of that grill flavor.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna pop this inside. I'm gonna put this plastic over it, get it nice and flush, and make sure there's no browning.
Okay.
At Cooks Illustrated, we're food nerds. That's why every recipe we develop involves research, cooking science, and rigorous testing by our team of expert test cooks. Only the highest rated recipes earn a place in our award-winning magazine. Every issue features our latest recipes and discoveries, cooking tips, and equipment and ingredient reviews. Our step-by-step photos and hand-drawn illustrations show you exactly how to succeed. So, are you ready to become the best cook you know? Subscribe to Cooks Illustrated magazine at cooksillustrated.com today.
Okay, so I have all my pizza dip ingredients, but we should check on these wings and see how they're doing.
All right, let me help you out.
Thank you. So I'm looking for them to just be anywhere above 180. Honestly, at this point, it's really about them having been nicely smoked. It's a 185. Nailed it. So these are already pretty. They're not yet stunning, and I'm only here for stunning wings. So I'm gonna actually move these to the hot side of the grill. I'm gonna let them char for just a couple minutes. And they're already nice and smoked. That skin's already rendered, so it's just gonna get a little more crispy in this time. I'm just gonna do about half at a time. I'll probably put you on duty for the second half.
Sounds fair.
All right.
Yeah, there's a nice little low fire, but it's still
It's
just
still
enough
good enough to
crisp.
get them, and it's enough that you can control it, which is great.
You can see that color change already.
Yeah, I know. It's a really nice color how it's transforming.
That is gorgeous. Look at that.
Yeah, some nice char flavor, some nice mahogany skin going on. Yeah, I'm excited to eat that.
You're saying all the right words.
I wanted to make sure I have wings that are good without sauce.
Yes.
And then even better with sauce. All right, do you mind putting that on the cool side of the grill?
You got it.
Then while you finish those, I am gonna get rolling on my pizza dip.
Yum.
So I have an 8-ounce block of cream cheese here that's nice and soft. I'm gonna add some pizza sauce directly to that and get this nice and mashed up. This is the hardest part of the pizza dip. Now I've also got a little bit of garlic. I have about 4 garlic cloves, and I'm gonna set aside most of these for that garlic butter for the rolls, but some's going in here. Then I've got just a little bit of oregano, you know, a little nod to pizza.
Little oregano.
Yes, exactly. And then I've got some mozzarella cheese, and we want a creamy, cheesy, smooth pizza dip. So mozzarella's going right in there. I also have some Parmesan. And I'm gonna use a finer grater for this. I feel like it dissolves a lot more easily. It gets a little more even in how it disperses in the dip.
I'm going to cut in here. What do you think of that?
Oh yeah.
Is that good enough?
Yeah, oh my gosh, look, it's like crackling a little bit.
Blistery.
Blistery skin.
So
That's
into the pan?
into the pan.
All right.
You're doing great. Doing
Thanks, Morgan.
Important work over there. You don't have to have pepperoni on pizza, but it's
What?
better. But it's better. Now, I like to buy pepperoni as a log like this. Often you can get better quality pepperoni, plus you can get bigger chunks, which is a very satisfying thing when you bite into pizza dip and you have a nice little hunk of pepperoni in there. Just gonna slice it, then get it into about 1/2-inch pieces. Whatever size pepperoni bite you want in your pizza dip. Okay, can I put you on mashing duty and just
Sure.
start stirring everything together?
All right.
Let me get these scallions nice and minced. Most of these are going into the dip, but I'm gonna save a few for on top when I get ready to serve.
All right, how's that?
Beautiful.
All right.
I'm gonna come in hot with some rolls. These look so good.
They look great.
They're cute. All right, I'm gonna take your beautifully mashed pizza dip, just dunk it right in the center. This is like the most satisfying kind of food to me. All right, so I'm gonna pop this back on the grill, again on the cool side. I'm gonna let it go until this pizza dip is nice and melted in there. That's gonna go about 10 minutes. Those rolls are gonna get a little more golden. And any minute now, Dan, Joe, and Erica should be here.
The party's going to begin.
Grab our shirts, gear up.
Gear up.
Yeah, all right,
Don't forget your equipment.
yes. You look great.
Thanks. You do too.
Thanks, I'm so excited. Okay, so I have a few more things I wanna do before everyone gets here.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish some garlic butter for the pizza dip. So here I have a couple tablespoons of butter in the saucepan. I'm gonna melt that, get that melting on the hot side of the grill. And to this, I'm gonna add a couple cloves of garlic, so it's about 3 cloves from what I did earlier.
Oh, that pizza dip looks amazing.
I know, it smells so good, right?
Yeah, it does.
All right, and I'm also just gonna add a couple red pepper flakes. So I'm just gonna let this melt. The garlic will just soften a little bit. And while that melts, I do wanna move on to the hot sauce for the wings.
Nashville.
Nashville style hot sauce. I'm gonna pack some heat here. So I've got a little bit of vegetable oil in this pan just to, you know, give something to cling on to the wings. Now I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of cayenne. Maybe a scary amount of cayenne for some people, but it mellows a little bit when you cook it. Now I'm doing a little bit of smoked paprika in here too. A little garlic powder in here as well. All right, so I'm gonna add some black pepper. Now, I'm a firm believer in playing with a lot of heats. So I've got the cayenne. I've also got some black pepper. We're not going shy with this, but not quite 2 tablespoons.
Right. Oh, I'm smelling the garlic.
Honestly, if it's melty, I think we're good.
It is melty.
Perfect. That looks beautiful. It smells great. That's kind of when we know it's ready, when it actually just smells fragrant.
Amazing.
We've got garlic butter, and this is gonna make some delicious garlic rolls. So the Nashville hot sauce, I'm gonna just let it cook for just a few minutes over this heat. And speaking of not mild, the pizza dip. The glorious. I know, so excited about the pizza dip. I'm just gonna brush all these rolls with the garlic butter and just let it sink into every little nook and cranny. And can I put you on Parmesan grating duty?
Sure
So
thing.
this just gets a little shower of Parmesan over top, over the whole thing.
Okay, all
Let
right.
it rain Parmesan.
All right, we're making it rain here, people.
Yeah, looks beautiful. I've never seen a more gorgeous pizza dip in my life.
They call me the Picasso of cheese.
And one final flourish, some dainty scallions.
Et voila.
And I smell our spices.
Me too.
And now I'm just gonna add a little ketchup. This is not typical for Nashville style hot sauce, but I like that it does help it cling to the wings.
Very smart.
And it adds a little sweetness, a little bit of that like balance and tang. And because 2 tablespoons of cayenne isn't enough, I also have some hot sauce. No, but in all seriousness, the hot sauce offers something different. It adds a nice acidity, which brings out that flavor, and it just adds a little extra heat.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. All right, let me give this a stir. All we have left to do is toss. Awesome. Sauce time. I'm gonna actually just do a little light toss. I don't
you
want to
go.
lose any wings, but
No.
just a little light tossing. Beautiful. All right, I think we're ready to set up.
Yeah?
Yeah, do you mind grabbing the pizza dip and let's get our tailgating table ready.
Let's get it on.
Did someone take dinner?
You come just when we're done cooking.
Well, that's good timing.
Hey, good to see you, Dan.
You guys have been busy.
Yeah, hey, Joe. How are you? It's good to see you. Hey, okay, good to see you. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, thank you guys
What
for
have you
coming to
been
the
cooking
tailgate. Okay, so let me break it down for y'all. So I made some smoked wings with a Nashville style hot sauce. I made some pizza dip and garlic butter rolls that you can just take and dunk right in there.
Yeah.
And then
That
I
sounds
made
good.
some charred guacamole where I actually grilled the avocados and all the aromatics for it.
The whole thing is grilled.
The whole thing's grilled.
Morgan.
What are these shirts?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I have some for you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which team am I on?
You're on the oil grates.
Nice.
Dan, also an oil grate.
Got it.
And Erica, charcoal snake.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's dinner and a t-shirt?
Dinner and a t-shirt. We want to play into sports, but as grillers.
All right, so we got to change these
Yeah.
and then we get to eat your food.
Then you get to eat. Yeah, so go change.
Okay, let's do it.
Game on.
Bridget, you want to grab a wing while they're gone?
Yeah, of course.
You
Flat.
Flat. Like, maybe we should be on the same team.
Yes. Bring in the heat.
It burns so good.
Hey, save some for us.
Oh my gosh.
How do we look?
You guys look amazing.
I picked up another t-shirt and another player.
Hi, Joey. Jump on in. Grab a snack. Grab a drink.
Those wings look incredible.
Wings are fire.
Seriously.
These wings have got like a bark on them.
Wow, that's so good.
The guac, though, I think I have to start grilling it.
Yeah, it's like a little extra creamy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like serving this dip in the cast iron, it's brilliant. It's like really gooey.
We all are doing some work on this food. All right, y'all, don't get too full because I have ice cream sandwiches for us.
Oh.
These I did not grill, but.
Let's do it.
Wait, y'all, who's winning? Also, I have ice cream sandwiches.
We're all
All right, who wants an M&M ice cream cookie sandwich?
So good.
Oh, cookies are nice and soft.
I know.
This is like what my childhood dreams are made of.
Yes.
Wow, it's so good.
You
Thank
could
you for
sell
having
this.
us.
Oh my gosh, thank you guys for coming. I also didn't mean to interrupt the game. We can keep playing with ice cream sandwiches.
That's what we got.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're ready to take your cooking to the next level, head over to americastestkitchen.com and get a free trial of our ATK Essential membership. While you're there, you can sign up for our free email newsletters and download our app. So, what are you waiting for?